Bonjour, and welcome to another video. Um, I made a video about people with short attention spans. So in this video, I'm going to make a video about people with long attention spans. Um, Unlike people with short attention spans, people with long attention spans will watch, will watch longer videos here on YouTube, and they watch other things, and they won't be bored quickly or being turned away or something. Let me drink some of this Perrier that I have here. Got a bottle of lime flavored Perrier, so I'm gonna get a sip of this before I continue talking in this video. Okay. Yeah. Okay, people with long attention spans, all they care about is what something is about. Yeah. And they sit and watch, I'd say, like, a movie or a long documentary on YouTube, or anything else. And all they care about is what something is about. The story, the plot of the story, what's going on. And when they get done watching something, they have a legit argument, and they'll tell you what something is about, what they saw, and they'll explain it, and they'll give their thoughts on something, and they'll talk about it in detail, or they just tell you what's going on. I mean, what's good and what's not good, what makes sense, what doesn't make any sense. That's all they care about. People with short attention spans, people people on YouTube, like a Martel DeCool, all they care about is how long a video is. They'll say, "Oh, the video is long. It's so long. It's long, boring, and dreadful." But when they say that, they never give a legitimate argument. They'll never tell you what they watch, what it was all about. What is it all about? Try to speak more like the Canadians. Yeah, they trying to. Yeah, they won't tell you what something is all about. They won't tell you that. They won't. Yeah, they'll just look at something. They'll say, "Oh, your videos are long, boring, and dreadful. Your videos are long." And they'll do something incredibly insane. Like if you have a YouTube channel, they'll go and tell you, "Make shorter videos. Make shorter videos, brother." And yeah, all they care about is telling you to make a short video. Tell someone to make a short video, and they'll never talk to you about what they watch, what it was all about. Because they have a very short attention span. They get bored really quick. They're on social media. They're on their smartphones all the time. And you go look at the content that they make on their YouTube channels. It's sloppy. It's all over the place. It's garbage. And and a person with a long attention span, they see these videos, they'll talk about it. to give their thoughts on it. But you know, people with short attention spans, they can't do that. They view long videos as boring. If it's long, it's boring. But they never tell you why it's boring. You know, but people like me, for instance, you know, if I watch somebody talk about the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, it will be boring. Or if everybody's the same, that will be boring. But when people watch a YouTube video who have a short attention span or watch anything online, and they see a video that's incredibly long, they don't care about what the video's about. All they care about is it's so long, or they'll say stuff like, you got a good speaking voice, or that's kind of cool, brother. Black man on a black background. That is so cool. And it'll never go and talk about what that video's about. They just talk about stupid stuff that's not interesting. You know, yeah, okay, a video that's long, boring, and dreadful, and you got a good speaking voice and all this, like, that's not important. You know, back in the day, I mean, if you're a kid and you went to school and if you like that, like, you know, the teachers will say that, oh, he has attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. He's autistic. He has a learning disability. You know, and they'll hold that person back. You know, because, you know, and that person who views doing homework or learning about something and talk about something, they'll view that as boring. It's boring. It's boring. It's boring. You know, and I think that's the reason why there's so many uneducated people here in the U.S. Because, you know, well, people who don't have a disability, I mean, they're ignorant and insular. They're uneducated. You know, yeah, the education system in America is pretty bad, and it is, but you got people who just not interested in, you know, what goes on in other countries and how people in other countries, how other cultures are. Like, for instance, like Labisse. Labisse is where people in France go and kiss each other on the cheek. You say something like that to an American with a very short attention span, they don't care. You'll talk about that, they won't say anything. You know, and it's kind of weird that, you know, people with short attention spans have an obsession with videos on people's channels to be long, and that's all they talk about. And you ask, okay, my videos are long. Why are they long? Why come you don't like them being long? Which is not important. You know, they won't say anything. All they can say is, your videos are long. Yeah, your videos are long. And guys are quite polite criticism. Make your videos be shorter, amigo. Whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper. My name is Martel the Cool, and your videos are long. Whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper. And I'm gonna unsubscribe to you because you said something bad about my whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper, whoopa stomper. Oh, yeah, these people are silly. You know, I guess, you know, my videos on my channel aren't going to fly well with people nowadays, but, you know, if YouTube existed, I say back in the 80s or the 90s or the 70s, I bet my YouTube channel will blow up. It will have a lot of subscribers, a lot of legit comments that talk about what goes on in the videos, and not dumb comments like, you have a good speaking voice, brother. Laugh out loud. Do a video about me. like this. I've been, I don't want to do this, but I've been trolling a guy named Knowledge Variable. I've been trolling him, and I've been looking at him on Doc G07's YouTube channel. He was talking real normal and talking about what Doc G was saying in his on the videos on his YouTube channel. But when he goes onto my channel, he treats me like I'm a buffoon, like I'm an idiot, like I'm stupid, and he tells me, make a video about me. I don't know. The guy thinks, I guess he thinks that I guess he thinks I'm a simpleton, I'm stupid, I don't know any better, I'm an idiot, I'm a joke, and that's what this guy views me as. But I'm gonna say this, I didn't make this YouTube channel just to entertain people and to do the bidding of people who view my videos. I did it because I want to talk about the things that I want to talk about. But I guess what I'm talking about is a joke because of who I am and what I have. But I don't care what people think. And someone told me this. You have a YouTube channel. This is your YouTube channel. What you do on it is your business. Your channel, your choice. You can make any type of videos that you want. If people want to tell you what kind of videos that they want you to make, they can do that on their channel. And that's the truth. And they need to and I believe in that. When it comes to people with long attention spans and people with short attention spans, I'm just gonna go at people with short attention spans. Them tell me what kind of videos that they want to make, and them tell me my videos are long, boring, and dreadful, and your videos are long. If they want to make any type of videos on their channels that they want to make, they can do it on their channel. So I make videos the way I want to make them. If you don't like that, I'm gonna block you. Block you and forget all about you and move on. And you know what? I don't post a lot on this channel anyway, so yeah. Going back to people with long attention spans, they're interested in things and they'll talk about what you're talking about in a video. And they don't go around saying stupid, worthless, meaningless things. They just give you legit comments that are about what you are talking about in your videos on your YouTube channel or something that they saw on TV. They give they tell you what they saw and they give you their thoughts on it. They go in detail and they speak about what they saw. And they don't just say stuff like, your videos are long, boring, and dreadful. And your videos are long. And they don't say stuff like that. They just give you their thoughts on it. And that's it. If they say that the video is boring or something is boring, they'll tell you why it's boring. They're not gonna say it's boring and just fuck off. No. They're gonna tell you why your videos are boring. They're gonna go in depth on what you're saying. And people with long attention spans, a lot of them aren't perfect. You got some who are very religious and they're forced their religious beliefs onto you. Someone forced their religious beliefs onto me when they saw a video that I made about Doc G. They told me that, people change and Doc G isn't the same person that he was. And they told me to go to church and read the Bible, believe in God, and pray, and told me God bless you. They're forcing their religious beliefs on me. I think people who are religious go around forcing their religious beliefs on someone is just wrong. You can't do that. Like, I'm not going to tell a single guy to go out and get married. I'm not going to do that. If he wants to stay single or he wants to get married, that's his business. But, when the divorce court goes and screws him when his wife divorces him and takes everything and the children, everything that he owns away from him, and he has nothing, well, he's going to feel that, But anyway, people with longer attention spans will give their thoughts on things regardless if they disagree with you or not. And they're nothing like people with short attention spans that just say a lot of stupid stuff and expect and believes that everything that they say flies. People with short attention spans today, they just say a lot of worthless, meaningless, dumb things, and they believe that everything that they say flies. But back in if they were in the in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, what they say won't fly. And it will backfire on them and they will fall flat on their faces. They will fail. Because, they can't hold a candle to people with longer attention spans in those decades. As a matter of fact, people like Martel DeCool and people with short attention spans won't last in the 90s. They won't last in the 80s. They won't last in the 70s. They will fail. But, they thrive in their own time, the time that they're in today. Because, people like me are a joke and people like them are something. But, put that in reverse. And if we were in the 70s, 80s, and 90s, those people will fall flat on their faces. Those people will be a joke. And people like me will thrive. So, those days, those times, the 70s, 80s, and 90s, those days are long gone. And like someone says, we're in that microwave era. Everything just microwave really quick and fast. Everything is simplified. Everything is dumbed down. Yeah, and we're in this modern era, but in this modern era, there's still people out there with long attention spans, and they are rare. And there's more dumbed down, simple-minded people out there than people who are thoughtful and knowledgeable and have a long attention span. Yeah, in the media, the media here in the U.S., news outlets like Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, the Nightly News, CBS. They never talk about, what really goes on in this country. And they don't talk about what goes on in other countries. Yeah, because, the media here is pathetic. And, you got Americans, who are not interested in what goes on in other countries, how other cultures are in other countries, because, they work a lot. They work all the time, they work because, America is a workaholic nation. And it is. People work a lot. And, and also, people with short attention spans, they're in the things like, like what happened at the Oscars last month, where Will Smith walked on stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock because he made a joke about his wife's haircut, because his wife's haircut, well, she's bald because she had this condition called alopecia. Alopecia is where people just lose their hair. It's a disease. It's a condition. And Chris Rock was just making a joke about it, and Will just went from laughing about it to switching over to to be this angry husband, going on stage and hitting Chris Rock and going back to where he was sitting at. And he did this because his wife didn't like the joke. Yeah, and a lot of idiots online are laughing at him, calling him a simp and all, you know. Some of those people who are into that kind of stuff are just people with short attention spans, you know. And quite frankly, I'm just one of those people who are just not interested in stuff like this. But, you know, they're interested in stuff like that, you know. They're not, I mean, they're more into, some people in this country, not all of them, are more interested in what Will Smith did to Chris Rock at the Oscars than what's going on between Russia and the Ukraine. Russia invading the Ukraine. And what really is going on here in America with people living in poverty, people being homeless, sleeping out on the streets, living on the streets, people being kicked out of their apartments or being evicted because they're late on the rent, and people are just working low-wage jobs and they're just one paycheck away from being homeless. You know, and the gap between the rich and the poor, and, you know, gun laws, you know, that has like you know, no gun control that will stop mass shootings and understand what make mass shooters do what they do. You know, they're not interested in stuff like that. They're just interested in this dumb stuff like what's going on with celebrities and all kinds of stupid stuff in this country, like, you know, like talk show like topics on shows like Good Morning America and The View. You know, Steve Harvey and all these garbage shows on mainstream TV, or lamestream TV, I like to call it. Yeah, a lot of people with short attention spans watch that, but, you know, old media is dying and people are switching to new media to see the reality of what's going on. But, you know, people who consume new media, they're no better because, you know, they got short attention spans. They're not interested in certain things. Don't get me wrong, they're interested in things that are going on, but they're not interested in and like stuff that I'm talking about in my videos. They'll deem me as I'm boring. My videos are long, boring, and dreadful, and your videos are long. I got Asperger's. Yeah. Your videos are long. Stuff like that. Oh my God. Yeah. Those people are silly. All I can do is just laugh at them when they post stupid comments on one of my videos on this YouTube channel. That's all I can do is just laugh and just move on. I can't let it get to me, you know. Yeah. So that's all I gotta say in this video. Yeah. Just drinking some of that Perrier while I'm making this video. So, that's all I gotta say in this video. Au revoir.